all, I want to thank all of you for coming out here today. As you know, today is our first day as Bluefield State University. It's an historic day in which we conclude a memorable week, and we begin to step forward into a new and exciting future. As we look to that future, it's important to remember where we've been. For a moment, imagine being a student here in the late 1890s at the founding of this institution, at a time when you and your family were just one generation removed from slavery, one generation removed from a time when in most places there was no access whatsoever to any type of formal education, and perhaps most oppressive, at a time when there was a general belief that spending money on educating the Negro was a waste of public treasure and that they didn't possess the potential to succeed. In the ensuing years, Bluefield State provided the opportunity for students to overcome these challenges, to make students ready for a higher level of academic work, to overcome social, cultural, and economic challenges, and to destroy the totally unfounded notion that they had to settle for less in life, and to demonstrate that they too possess the unlimited potential God provides all His children. The students of those days are to be admired and honored for their willingness to take on such difficult challenges. They came from different types of communities, different families with different degrees of academic readiness, but they all shared one thing: the desire to get an education, the desire to take advantage of the opportunity provided by Bluefield State, and the desire to learn. Since those days, things have changed. Yes, there's still a number of students out there with a thirst to learn, with the desire to take advantage of all that may be offered by an institution of higher education. But in many respects, those students have moved to the margin, as colleges have focused more and more on increasing or maintaining enrollment, often to the detriment of retaining the high academic standards necessary to assure student learning. In 2011, two social scientists, Richard Aaron and Giuseppe Roxa, published a monumental book entitled Academically Adrift: Limited Learning on College Campuses. The findings were significant, but not totally unexpected. The book details a trend away from the students' focus on learning and a growing trend toward just getting a degree in the quickest and easiest way possible. The book noted that a significant number of college students were unprepared for college work, lacked academic commitment, were more focused on non-academic aspects of college life, and had become adept at what they call the art of college management. That is, the student's ability to navigate their way through the academic process with the least time and effort, with the sole goal of receiving a degree, while in the meantime, relegating learning to a matter of happenstance. The authors also found that the college universities have become so financially dependent upon enrollment that they became willing enablers of these students by sacrificing academic rigor, by promoting social and other non-academic aspects of the school, and by making significant investments in the type of student amenities that would give them a competitive edge in the enrollment sweepstakes. As we stand here today, I'm reminded of the time that Moses had gone up to the mountain to receive instructions from the Lord, while his brother Aaron remained at the foot of the mountain with all the Israelites who were starting to get kind of antsy because Moses was taking a long time. They told Aaron they needed a God. They were tired of waiting for Moses to come back. So Aaron gave in and collected up gold from everyone and made a golden calf for the folks to worship. When Moses got back, he was irate, and of course the Lord wasn't very happy either. As we face our future as a university, there's a lesson for us here. If you want people to follow you, or in our case, you want students to attend Bluefield State, you have two choices. You can give them what they want, or you can help them see what they need. Climbing walls and Starbucks and inflated grades can make for a wonderful 4 years of college. On the other hand, assuring that when our students walk across the stage and receive their diploma, they're not only competent in their field of study, but that they possess the cognitive skills, the social skills, the ability to be good citizens, and the character to compete successfully in the economic marketplace. To us, certainly, that makes your time at Bluefield State more of an investment and less a four-year cost of admission. And so as we prepare for our life as a university, it's our intention to fully embrace our heritage as an institution that will focus on learning, of assuring that our students receive the highest quality of education, and that such a focus will extend to every hour of every class of every field of study offered by Bluefield State University. You know, the attributes of an academic environment focused on learning are really quite simple. First, we need students who want to learn. And there's a difference between desire and readiness. Students enter college with varying degrees of readiness, and some with little readiness at all. That's okay. There are students who will make them ready, as long as they have the heart and the desire to learn. That's all we need. If they're here for other reasons, there are plenty of other options for them out there. Second, we need a rigorous curriculum. In some fields of study, we already have it. But we need to extend such precision to every class in every field of study. Third, we need engaging instruction, one that maximizes the interaction between the instructor and the student, thus maximizing the chances for a successful learning outcome. Fourth, we need the effective and efficient delivery of support services that make the student's academic journey less worrisome and more focused on learning. And fifth, we need accountability. We need to provide students, parents, and employers with the assurance that we're providing the most opportunity for the highest quality of education. The Board of Governors started down that road with the implementation of the academic objectives policy that requires external verification that we're doing our job preparing our students for real-world success. Other institutions may continue to worship the golden calf, but we believe there are students who want to learn, who are focused on learning, and want to get the most academically from their college experience. We want those students. You know, Moses wandered around Mount Seir for a long, long time. And finally, the Lord told him, it's time to go. It's time to head north to the land that they were promised. Folks, we've been wandering for far too long. Wandering without direction, wandering more in response to what others are doing or what others want instead of what we need to do. Today, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to head north. True north. The direction that leads to learning above all. It'll be a challenge. It's a challenge for our board, a challenge for our administrators, a challenge for our faculty, a challenge for our staff, and a challenge for our students. So the question as we gather here today is, do you accept that challenge? Do you want to embrace the return to the values that created the foundation for this university? Do you want to be part of a historic change from a good college to a great university? All transitions are difficult, and this will be nonetheless. We'd like to close with a quote from John F. Kennedy, a quote we've probably used before, but I think it's especially applicable at this time. When talking about the immense challenges of manned flight to the moon, Kennedy said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because the goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because the challenge is one that we are willing to accept and one that we are unwilling to postpone. And we intend to win." Today, ladies and gentlemen, we choose to become a great university. Focused not just on credentials, but on actual learning. Not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Because our goal of producing learned students will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one that we're unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. Today, as did our founders, Bluefield State University accepts that challenge. Let the future begin. Thank you.